hope you are doing well. Okay, so today we are going to discuss some writing exercise. Okay, get ready with your pen and copy. Okay, you have to do some writing exercises here. So before starting today's class, I'd like to show you some pictures and then ask you some questions. Get ready to answer, okay? Good. So look at here in the picture. What can you see? A doctor and a patient, right? So it seems by looking at the picture, we can guess that the patient is admitted in the hospital, right? Maybe suffering from some disease, right? And doctor is writing something, maybe prescribing some medicine or something like that. Okay. So next picture, look at here. What can you see? A girl who is suffering from fever. Yes, good. Okay. So you know that by looking at her situation, it seems like she cannot move. Okay, she was suffering from fever or common cold as well, right? So next one, look at here. The girl is crying, right? So by looking at the picture, what can you guess that? What has happened to her? Okay, maybe some kind of toothache, right? So she is crying. Next one picture. So see a boy, right? Screaming, crying. What happened to him? Maybe he's suffering from a stomach ache, right? Okay, so sometimes we people also, right? We also can feel sick, right? Sometimes maybe fever, sometimes common cold, sometimes maybe we have a stomach ache, toothache, right? Or some other disease, and we cannot go to our school regularly. Have you ever had such type of experience? Of course, maybe you have had experience when you were in class 1, 2, 3, or maybe in 4, 5 classes as well, right? So when you suffer from some disease or when you suffer from some kind of fever or stomach ache or toothache or something, and you cannot go to school, in that situation, how do you inform these things to your school? Or whom do you inform? Yes, you're right. You inform your principal, right? And then how do you inform? Yes, you will write a leave application. Okay, so you write a leave application to the, yes, to the principal or head teacher, right? And you will inform him or her about what had happened to you, and then for how many days you may need leave, right? In this way, you will write a leave application. So I'd like to show you one example. Okay, get ready to see, get ready to read the example. One of the students from Nepal Madhyamik Vidyalaya suffer from some kind of fever, okay, or some, let's read how the person has written leave application. Let's read together. Ratnanagar, Chitwan, 2078, 5th, 25. The principal, Nepal Model Secondary School, Ratnanagar 2, Chitwan. Subject, request for 2 days sick leave due to fever. What happened to the person? Yes, he is suffering from fever. Dear sir or ma'am, with due respect, I would like to notify you that I'm suffering from viral fever since last night. As per the doctor, I should take complete bed rest for at least 2 days. Okay. I hope you would be kind to me and grant leave for 2 days from, date is not mentioned, right? So from this day to this day, maybe the person is going to write, I shall be grateful to you. Yours obediently, Shreya Subedi, class 6. Okay, so Shreya Subedi has written this leave application to whom? Addressed to whom? Yes, you're right, the principal. Okay, and then what she has written here, just look at from the beginning. At first, she has written her address, right? Her home address. So when you have to write your a leave application to your principal, to your head teacher, then what will you write first? Good, you'll write address and date. Whose address? Yes, your address. The writer's address should be written, right? And then date. After that, whom you are addressing? The head teacher, the principal, right? Then after, the organization's or institution's name written, and then address of the school, right, or organization. Then after, written subject. Okay, so in subject, short and sweet, what is the purpose of writing? You will write there. Then after, salutation, you will write dear sir or dear ma'am, right? Then after, you will start talking about what had happened to you, right? And for how many days you need leave. So reason as well as the days you need, you will write there. Then after, you will request for the granting leave, okay? And you will write, I shall be grateful to you. Thanks note, it is called. Okay, so when your principal will allow you to take leave, then what will you say? You will express your gratitude, your gratefulness, thankfulness to your principal, your head teacher. So you will write in this way, and yours obediently, Shreya, with your name and then your class and signature as well. Okay, so in this way, you can write a leave application. So let's move ahead. Just tell, what does a sick leave letter mean? What does a sick leave mean? Like sick leave or leave application or leave letter, okay, whatever it is. What does that mean? Can you guess? Good. So a sick leave letter is usually addressed to the head teacher to take permission to stay at home for the sake of major or minor health issue. So when we will suffer from some disease, we'll suffer from fever or common cold, and we would like to stay at home, or we have to take rest at home, in that situation, addressing our head teacher, we will write a letter which is called sick leave letter. So it is a type of formal letter. It's not informal. You should know that. Okay, formal letters are written for official purpose, right? Informal letter we write to our sister, brother, father, mother, uncle, aunt, right? So when we will write letter to our friends, to our relatives, that is informal. But if you are writing for some official purpose or or you are writing for a school, that is formal letter. So sick leave letter is a type of formal letter that provides the reason of absence, why you are going to be absent from the school. You will write the reason there, then you will write the period or the days you will take. Sometime you may need only 1 day, sometime 2 days, sometime a week, right? It depends. If some major health issue, then maybe 1 month, right? Or if it is minor, then for a day, It depends on, right? So you will, right? And also you will inform them or write the purpose of rest and recovery of any kind of health issue. So what do you have to do? Whether you have to visit the doctor regularly or you have to take rest at home, this information you will share there in sick leave later. Okay, what I told you, did you get the idea? A sick leave later is written to our head teacher. Addressing our head teacher, we will write, we will inform that I have some minor or some major health issue. Then in that situation we will write sick leave later, and we'll inform there that what happened exactly to you, and then for how many days you are taking leave and for what purpose you are taking leave. Okay, these information you will include, and then you will write a sick leave later or leave application. Okay, sick leave application. So look at here. Once again, I'd like to show you another example. Okay, and I'm going to talk about the format as well. First of all, what we will write, then after what, then what. Look at here. April 5th, 2020, the principal, Sri Padmoday Secondary School, Kathmandu, subject, application for sick leave. Dear Madam, with due respect, I'd like to inform you that I will not be able to come to school tomorrow as I'm suffering from fever. The doctor has suggested me to take medicine and take a rest for some days. I'm visiting the doctor tomorrow. Therefore, I request you to grant me leave for a day. I shall be very grateful to you. Your obedient student, Mukesh Sharma, grade 6. So here you can see date, then principal, school's name, then address of school, subject you will see, and salutation, right? And you are expressing here, see, I'd like to inform you that I will not be able to come to school tomorrow because I'm suffering from fever. You are writing the reason. Okay, you'll include reason there in body part of the letter. Then after you will talk about that for how many days you need leave. Okay, and then what is the purpose of taking leave? Like you have to go to see the doctor. Here I'm visiting the doctor tomorrow, right? And then you will request for granting leave. And finally, you will express your gratitude. I shall be very grateful to you. In this way, you will write in body part, and other parts are this. So the first one is what? This one is, what is this? Good. This is date. Okay. And then this one is what? The principal or the head teacher if you have written here. Okay, good. Post of the receiver. To whom you are writing. Sometime you may write to your class teacher, right? Sometime you may write to your subject teacher, right? So you will write the post of the receiver to whom you are writing. Then after you will write name and address of the school. So Sri Padmoday Secondary School, Kathmandu. So this is name and address of the school. Then there will be subject. Okay, subject you will write. Then you will write salutation. Okay, dear madam, this is called salutation. Then after body of the letter, this is the whole body of the letter. And what is this? Good. This is subscription, and in subscription you will include your name and your class as well as signature. Okay, so in this format you will write leave application or sick leave later. So let's talk about this in detail, the format again. Okay, remember these things: date, post of the receiver, name and address of the school, subject, salutation, body, and subscription you will write. So a format of sick leave later here. First of all, you will write address. Whose address? Your address you will write. Okay, you are the writer of this application letter, so you will write your address first. Then after you will write date, when the letter was written, the exact date you will write. Then after address, receivers, post, and then a school's name you will include that inside address it is. So you will write what? Receivers, post, and then school's name. Then address as well. Then subject line you will write. So why do you write subject line? What is the purpose of writing subject line? Okay, to show the purpose of writing the letter. So for what purpose you have written this letter, you will write there. Then after you will write salutation. So salutation, it makes the letter polite. Dear sir, dear madam, you will write, no? So it makes the letter polite. Then application body you will write. So in body, you will present aim of writing letter. Why you are writing this letter, you will include all the information there in the body. So the main information which I have told are, first reason of taking leave first, then for how many days you are taking leave, then what other? Okay, so purpose of taking leave, whether you are going to take rest or you are going to visit doctor. Okay, you will write the purpose of taking leave. So and then thanks note. Okay, you will express your gratitude for granting leave, right? Then closing, it is subscription. So yours sincerely, yours faithfully, yours obediently, you will write there. And after that, you will write your name, then your address. If you have not written above, at first you will write detailed address. If it is written, then you need not write. Then signature. Okay, so in this format, you will write the leave application later. Okay, so I'd like to talk about the tips, okay, some of the ideas which you have to remember while writing application for leave. Okay, so these are like, first of all, what do we have to do? Address the receiver. Don't forget to address the receiver. Make a subject of your sick leave application. You have to write subject very clearly. Okay. And then after, start your application later with polite manner. Very humbly or very politely, you have to write the sentences there. Okay, and write disease name, what happened to you. Okay, and about what you are suffering, you will write, and for how many days you are suffering from, you will write. Then after, write the doctor's remarks about your sickness, whether doctor told you to take rest or visit him regularly, whatever the doctor has told you, you will write there. Then put numbers of necessary leave days, for how many days you need leave, you will include there. And then write a thanks note. You have to express your gratitude to the principal, to the head teacher, right? So, and finally you will write your name and then your standard, means your class. Okay, name and class, and after that you can also put signature there. Okay, so these are the information here. So I'm going to show you one more example. Till now we have learned about how to write leave application, for what purpose we will write that, when we will be sick, and then when we have to inform about our sickness to the school or to the principal, then we write that leave application, okay, sick leave application. And while writing sick leave application, we have to use formal language, polite tone. Okay, we have to write politely all the things, whatever we will write, and also we will include reason for writing the letter or reason for asking for leave, and then you will write what happened to you, about the disease, right? What happened actually to you, so you are not being able to come to school. Then after, for how many days you need leave, and what is the purpose of taking leave. So these all the information you will include here. So I'd like to show you one more example here. Look at, I want you read it, okay. Some other idea you will get from here. It's similar, but in different ways also we can write sick leave application, like Gorai Dang, 2078, 5th, 23, the principal, Navajoti Secondary School, Gorai Dang. Subject, sick leave application. Dear sir or madam, with all respect, I, Krishna of class 6A5, am writing this application to inform you that I couldn't attend this school from this date to this date due to high fever and cold. I ensure that I will complete all the assignments and read the lessons which were taught during my absence. Therefore, I am requesting you to kindly excuse me for my absence from school. I shall be thankful to you. Yours sincerely, Krishna Subedi, class 6A5. So, is this later and the previous one similar? Did you find any differences here? What happens, you know, in our real life situation, sometime unexpectedly we will suffer from some disease, right? We don't know that what happens afterwards. Okay, so all of a sudden, if you suffer from some disease, or if you have high fever, and then you cannot write later, and you will take rest for some days, and then when you will go to school, then you may write the later, right? So previously you cannot write, but later on you can write. Or sometime you will suffer, and then you will write leave application, and you will send that to with your friends or with your parents. Okay, mom and dad can take the letter for you to the school, right? So these things you can do. But this one, Krishna has written this letter after coming back from the leave. Okay, he has taken some days leave, and what happens in register there, in his school's register, there will be absent will be written there, right? But if you write leave application, then leave will be there. So instead of being absent, leave is good, right? You have taken leave, you have written application, that is good things. Okay, you seems very honest, very sincere student, right? So after returning back, Krishna has written this application to the head teacher here. Okay, informing that to excuse him for his absence from school. So here, the teacher, the head teacher will cut that absence and then write leave. Okay, so for that purpose, we may do this thing sometimes. So he is informing, due to high fever, I couldn't be able to attend the class from this date to this date. So I ensure that I will complete all the assignment. Whatever the thing discussed when you were sick, okay? So these things he will do now, okay? So he is trying to convince, ensure, make the principal sure that he will complete all the assignments and read the lessons which were taught during his absence. Okay, so in this way, we can convince our head teacher, and we can write leave application after returning back to school. Okay, so now I'd like to show you here. I'm going to paste leave application. Okay, not in order actually. Okay, you have to find out which comes first. Right, you have to make it in order. So, for example, okay, you have to look at very carefully, and then you should tell me that, ma'am, this comes first, and then this is second, or this is third. In this way, you have to inform me. Okay, you have to tell me that which will come first, which is second, and which one is third. Okay, so let me paste here. We will read together. Okay, the sentence is here. We'll read together, and then you will tell me that which comes first. Okay, so look at here. You have to tell me that which will come first, which one is second, which one is third. In this way, you have to put the application later in order. So let me start reading here. Subject, request for 2 days sick leave due to fever. The principal, Nepal Model Secondary School, Ratnanagar to Chitwan. Ratnanagar, Chitwan, with due respect, I'd like to notify you that I'm suffering from viral fever since last night. As per the doctor, I should take complete bed rest for at least 2 days. Dear sir or madam, I hope you would be kind to me and grant leave for 2 days, leave from this date to this date. I shall be grateful to you. Yours obediently, Shreya Subedi, class 6. So now tell me, which will come first and which will come second? Okay, so which one is first from here? Dear sir or ma'am, I shall be grateful to you. Which one? Yes, you are right. Ratnanagar, Chitwan. Address of the writer. Okay, good. So this one will be at the top. Okay. So then after, what will be there? You go on reading and finding the which one chart after this. Ratnanagar, Chitwan, then date. After that, inside address. Good. So which one is inside address then? Okay, the third one. The principal, Nepal Model Secondary School, Ratnanagar to Chitwan. So you'll write that after these. Okay. And then after, what will be there? What will be there? Is this correct? Subject? Okay, good. So you will write subject after that. Okay. And then after, what will be there? After that, which one? Okay. Addressing sir or ma'am. Right. Salutation you will write after subject. After this, what will you write? Body part, right? So this one is the body part. Okay. So with due respect, you will write after dear sir or madam. And among these three, which will be first? At least 2 days after that? Yes, you will request for granting leave for some days. So this one you will write. Okay, good. After that, you will express your thanks, right? Gratitude for giving leave or granting leave for the days you are requesting. So I shall be grateful. And finally, subscription. Good. So yours obediently, and your name and your class. So in this way, in this format, you will write. So at first address and date, then after post, and then address, school's name and address, then subject, then after salutation you will write. After that, the body part, and in body part, what will you include? Okay, region for taking leave, then after for how many days and for what purpose. Okay, just like here, complete bed rest, for complete bed rest. And then after you will request for granting leave, then you will express your thanks, okay, gratitude, and subscription yours obediently, and your name and class. So in this way, you will write leave application. So can you write? Good, you can. So look at here. For you, I'm going to give you an assignment. Okay, so this is your assignment. Okay, suppose you are suffering from diarrhea. Okay, suppose you are suffering from diarrhea. Write an application to your head teacher requesting him or her to grant you 2 days sick leave. Can you write that? Yes, thank you so much. So little bit ahead, let's look at complete the following conversation with appropriate expressions from the box. It is from your textbook. Okay, so you can see their conversation between Ronis and Ramila. They are talking with each other. You have to complete this dialogue with the expressions given there in the box. Look at, I'm fine. Can you bring it back tomorrow? I did well. How are you? Let's go to the class. So these are the things you have to insert there in the dialogue. Ronis, hi Ramila. I'm fine. Or what? Good. Hi Ramila, how are you? Okay. So in this way. Now I'll give you 5 minutes to complete this dialogue. Okay. You try for a while and then we will discuss the answers. Okay, good. So Ramila will reply what? How are you? Ronis has asked. Then, yes, you're right. I'm fine, thank you. Okay. Then after, how was your exam yesterday? How was your exam yesterday? Okay. Let's go to the class. Is it? No. Good. It is. I did well. What about yours? I also did well. Will you please give me your notebook today? Of course, but I need to read it tomorrow. Then after? Yes, good. Can you bring it back tomorrow? Right? Sure, don't worry. Thank you, Ronis. It's time for our class. Then let's go to the class. Yes, let's go. Okay. So in this way, in our daily life as well, we will talk to our friends. Now, in pair, one is Ronis, another is Ramila, and you are reading this conversation. Okay? Okay, so you have completed reading Ronis and then Ramila's part, right? So let's read once again. Ronis, hi Ramila, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How was your exam yesterday? I did well. What about yours? I also did well. Will you please give me your notebook today? Of course, but I need to read it tomorrow. Can you bring it back tomorrow? Sure, don't worry. Thank you, Ronis. It's time for our class. Let's go to the class. Yes, let's go. So in this way, we can talk to our friends, right? Okay, so we are at the end of our unit 3, right? You have learned so many things here. Generally, we have read this story, okay? In the first chapter, we have read this story. Then after, we have done some grammar exercises, model auxiliaries we have done. We have also done lib application, reading. And in our today's class, we have done writing exercise. So altogether, we have completed unit 3. Okay, so I hope you have learned so many things here. Mainly, don't forget to do this one. Always, whenever you have some problems, you have to go to attend some parties or marriage ceremony or some other purpose, if you can't be able to go to school, then don't forget to write application, leave application. This is for sick leave, but for other application as well, when you will need leave at the time, don't forget to write leave application. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.